This plywood piece here is recycled plywood. I'm using all recycled, and when I mean recycled, it's just from old projects that either me or my dad have done here. What's up guys, Jesse here with Adventure Endeavor, and today we have a project video. We're going to have a lot more project videos in the future here because we have now moved back into our Grand Design 2910BH and we are getting ready for our second little one to come along and join us in our family. We have recently been in a Black Series HQ17 for a while. Now we're moving back into this, and we got to get organized, and we really got to make the most out of our space because there's going to be 4 of us living in a 30-foot travel trailer. So today I'm going to be working on the bunkhouse and trying to get more organized. This is the back of our rig, and this is the door to our very small bunkhouse. When you come in, this is kind of what you're seeing. It used to be double over bunks, and we modified it. So this used to match the same contour right here. We pulled this third section out so that we could have a changing area for the kid, now to be kids. And we have currently just been using this upper area as storage. But the game plan is to make this Lincoln's bed with a little bit of added storage. And then eventually the second child will be sleeping down here when they're roughly 6 months old. This is what we have for the interior. Right now it's loaded. We're still organizing because the 2 of them have to share this, and a lot of this right now is just Lincoln's. Got a diaper drawer, pretty good amount of storage. We use this here. One side is trash and one side is dirty laundry for the kids. It's worked very, very well. So I have another video on removing this section, cutting it out, and it does just plop right back in with no screws or nothing necessary, and it works exactly how a factory bunk would work. And then we added this screen for him. This was just a little quick something that we added. Basically this pulls over and you can clasp him in so he doesn't roll out at nighttime. We're gonna be doing something similar, and then we're also gonna be trying to add some storage into here, believe it or not. So that's what this video is going to be all about, and I hope you guys find some value in it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So when we were using this area as a storage area, it worked great. It was just very disorganized, and we had the space, so we didn't really try to be organized. My mom made us this nice curtain, which will be going away because that's going to be a bed up there, and we're going to have a bed down here. We wrapped this with some nice material, which I might have to redo, and we're going to be taking this screen off right now. The game plan is to take this dog bed. Believe it or not, we didn't want to cut the factory mattress because they're double stacked down here and it's really comfortable. But we bought this dog bed, and this is going to be Lincoln's bed. This is memory foam. It was the best priced item when you were looking for some sort of bed or like a foam pad. Everything else was pretty expensive, and it's really nice, and I laid on it the other night. It's actually quite comfortable. We just put a sheet over it. But the game plan is to take this bed, and we're going to raise it a little bit, and we're going to build a platform just like this, but it's going to be higher. And what it's going to house is it's going to house 3 of these storage totes. So these are foldable storage totes. We got them off Amazon. We will link them because I feel like they work really, really well for something like this. And you can tell they have a lot of space in them. And the goal is to put 3 of them this direction, and they'll just be able to pull out. And if you need to pull them out further than all the way, you just take it and put it on the ground. But for the most part, they're going to live there. Stuff that you use is going to be in the front on a daily basis, and stuff that doesn't get used quite as often is going to be towards the back. So I'm basically going to build a little platform that this goes on, that slides underneath, and then we're going to do some sort of curtain system just like this so the kids cannot fall out. So another thing I have to show you guys is this new vacuum. So I've had Makita tools for the longest time, and they make a little vacuum, but I've gone through 2 of them, and honestly they don't really work that well. So I found this one online, and it's a KXX, but it uses Makita batteries, which is awesome. And I gotta say, this thing sucks, meaning it works really, really well. So I'll link it in the description below. They do make one for DeWalt also. And this thing is super versatile for having on the road. This plywood piece here is recycled plywood. I'm using all recycled. And when I mean recycled, it's just from old projects that either me or my dad have done here. And why not use this wood? So the thought is the plywood is going to be the base basically. And then I cut these strips of 3/4 inch plywood, and those are going to be the verticals that are going to give it lift off of the existing bunk. So I'm going to do one down each side, and then at the same time probably do one in the middle, but I need to make sure and measure to where my storage bags, totes, containers, that it won't run in the way. I want one in the middle just basically so it doesn't sag. May not look amazing right now, but it's going to get better. Got our platform in here. These are the storage totes, so the idea is that these pull out. If we need to get something in the back, we can pull it out all the way and put it on the floor and put it in the middle of the RV. Otherwise, stuff that you use often will be here in the front, and then this one is just kind of like more long-term storage. So these fit in there. Now I need to work on his safety railing. So what we're gonna do is on this side, we're gonna be attaching this super sturdy curtain rod. And on the other side, because we have our safety window there, we're gonna have to use a different bracket on the bottom there and on the top, because we're doing something like that. Typically, I would use another mount like this, but it doesn't fit because we have our valance and roller shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these screwed in, hopefully mounted correctly. And then the last thing for today will be hopefully trying to get his mesh on there so he can sleep up there tonight. Worst case scenario, I'll just throw on the old one for one more night until I can get the mesh all situated properly. We're going to be taking some of this material here. This is a pattern Melissa chose. She likes it. And we're going to try to wrap this in this material. Considering it is OBS particle board, I didn't want to spend the time or the money on this project. So I feel like wrapping it in fabric will get rid of some of this wood texture, and it'll make it look nice rather than like trying to sand it and paint it. And like I said, this is a cheap project that we're doing. We're using all recycled stuff. So we're gonna wrap this with some spray glue. We have, what do we have here? I think we're gonna use this one, some Super 77 spray adhesive. I've used this before, it works great. I'll link it in the description below, and try to get this portion of the project finished up. right, so I got the first impressions of a wifey here.
Really nice, babe. Whoa.
Okay, we got a dude
over here.
being crazy boy.
Oh man, it looks good, babe.
Are you excited for the extra storage?
I am. I'm very excited about all of this. It's very clean. It's like it seems a lot more organized than we ever had it before. I'm excited that we're able to reuse this same fabric that we had for our
Curtains.
curtain up there. Saved us a little bit of money, and it looks really nice. So
Yeah, then our plan is like down here, we're gonna use this for some books. So when he's up in his bed, he can grab books if he wants, and then we're gonna work on our mesh panels here, which Melissa has right there. So we gotta sew both ends so that this panel can slide back and forth on here. And then we also have 2 more of these poles for when the second baby is going to be down here in this bunk. Lincoln's going to love his because it's like a jungle gym.
Yeah.
Oh, and he has the old curtain rod and he's swinging it around.
For this crazy boy, huh?
Yeah! Oh, crazy dude! All right, guys, I'll try to get some shots of the final product with the mesh up there. But other than that, this is a simple, inexpensive kind of storage setup that you could do for your bunk. And like we said, we have another video on this beforehand where we cut this out so we can use this area as a changing area. And it's easier to access the child from the bottom. So
yeah, we'll link that video below so you can check that out if you're interested.
all right, guys, this is the final product. We had our mesh panels sewn by my mom. We added all of our mounts here. I need to add a couple more clasps to the wall, but this is kind of what you're going to look at the end here. And overall, we're super stoked on how it came out. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment and let us know if this is something you would do in your RV.